really, really hard for me to say I'm proud of myself. I don't feel anything. I'm upset, really, like deep down in my heart.
On December 29, 2025, the world of boxing woke up to devastating news that sent shockwaves far beyond the sport. Anthony Joshua, one of the most recognizable names in global boxing and a former two-time world heavyweight champion, had been involved in a fatal car crash in Nigeria. While Joshua survived the accident with minor injuries, two of his closest friends and trusted team members lost their lives. What was meant to be an ordinary journey became a tragedy that would permanently alter Joshua's life. This was not a story about a fight inside the ring. There was no referee, no bell, and no chance for a rematch. It was a reminder that life's most powerful blows often come without warning. Why Anthony Joshua was in Nigeria? Anthony Joshua's visit to Nigeria was personal. Though he is based in the United Kingdom, Joshua has always maintained a strong connection to Nigeria through family, heritage, and business interests. The trip was not linked to a boxing event or public appearance. Instead, it was a private visit, away from the constant attention that follows him around the world. Traveling with Joshua were people he trusted deeply, not security guards or distant associates, but members of his inner circle. Sina Gami, his strength and conditioning coach, and Latif Lats Ayadil, his personal trainer, were with him. These men were more than employees. They were companions who shared long training camps, exhausting routines, and the emotional highs and lows of elite competition. The journey on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. The accident occurred on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, one of Nigeria's busiest and most dangerous highways. The road connects Lagos, the country's commercial hub, with other major regions. It is heavily used by private vehicles, commercial buses, and large trucks, often under difficult traffic conditions. Anthony Joshua was a passenger in a Lexus SUV traveling through Ogun State, near the town of Magung. According to official reports, the vehicle collided with a stationary truck on the expressway. The impact was sudden and catastrophic. In a matter of seconds, everything changed. What caused the crash? Authorities later confirmed that the crash was not caused by mechanical failure or weather conditions. According to the Federal Road Safety Corps, the primary causes were excessive speed and wrongful overtaking. These factors significantly increased the severity of the collision. The presence of a stationary truck on a high-speed highway created a deadly situation. When the Lexus SUV struck the truck, the force of the impact was devastating. Emergency services were dispatched immediately, but the outcome was already tragic. The fatalities: Sina Gami and Latif Lats Ayadil. Sina Gami and Latif Ayadil were pronounced dead at the scene. Their deaths sent waves of grief through Anthony Joshua's team and the wider boxing community. Sina Gami served as Joshua's strength and conditioning coach. His role was central to Joshua's physical dominance in the ring. From explosive power to endurance, Gami helped shape the athlete the world came to know. Latif Lats Ayadil was Joshua's personal trainer, responsible for daily routines that extended beyond boxing. He worked closely with Joshua on fitness, discipline, and recovery, forming a bond that went far deeper than professional duty. Both men were described by those close to Joshua as integral members of his team and close friends. Their deaths were not just professional losses, they were personal devastations. Anthony Joshua's injuries and survival. Anthony Joshua survived the crash but sustained minor injuries. He was taken to the hospital immediately after the accident, where doctors monitored his condition closely. While the injuries were not life-threatening, the emotional trauma of the event was impossible to measure. By New Year's Eve, Joshua was discharged from the hospital. Physically stable, he was allowed to leave medical care. But surviving such an accident, especially when others do not, often brings a heavy psychological burden. Survival can come with guilt, shock, and unanswered questions. The driver and legal charges expanded. The Lexus SUV in which Anthony Joshua was traveling was driven by a Deniyi Mobolaji Kayode, whose negligence had catastrophic consequences. Investigations revealed that Kayode did not possess a valid driver's license, a factor that significantly raised questions about accountability and responsibility on Nigerian roads. Beyond the license issue, witnesses and police reports suggested that the driver was traveling at excessive speed and attempted wrongful overtaking, which directly led to the collision with the stationary truck. The Nigerian police quickly took action, charging Kayode with 4 counts, including causing death by dangerous driving and driving without a valid license. Legal experts noted that these charges carry heavy penalties under Nigerian law, particularly because 2 fatalities occurred as a direct result of the crash. The case has been adjourned until January 20th, allowing authorities to investigate thoroughly and ensure justice for the victims. While legal proceedings are critical, they do not lessen the personal grief experienced by the survivors. For Joshua, facing the reality that the crash could have been prevented is an additional emotional burden. Every detail of the investigation, from speed calculations to road safety violations, is a reminder of how fragile life can be and how a moment of recklessness can have irreversible consequences. Returning to the United Kingdom. After being discharged from the hospital, Anthony Joshua returned to the United Kingdom. There were no celebratory headlines, no public appearances. Instead, Joshua attended memorial services for Sina Gami and Lateef Ayadil. Those close to him described the period as deeply emotional. This was not a public spectacle but a private time of mourning. Joshua, often seen as a symbol of strength and confidence, was now navigating grief away from cameras and crowds. Reaction from the boxing world. The boxing community responded with shock and sympathy. Fighters, trainers, promoters, and fans expressed condolences and support. Many highlighted how rare it is for an athlete at Joshua's level to maintain such close relationships with his team. Messages focused not on Joshua's career, but on the human cost of the tragedy. The loss of 2 lives overshadowed any sporting conversation, reminding everyone that boxing titles mean little in moments like this. Speculation about retirement. In the days following the crash, speculation began to surface regarding Anthony Joshua's future in boxing. Comments attributed to his uncle suggested that the incident may have caused Joshua to consider retirement. Such speculation is understandable. Facing mortality so closely can force anyone to reassess priorities. However, Joshua's promoter has not officially confirmed any plans regarding retirement. At this stage, no final decision has been announced. For Joshua, boxing has been more than a career. It has been a structure, an identity, and a purpose. Deciding whether to continue or walk away is not something that can be rushed. Legacy, road safety, and lessons learned expanded. The fatal crash on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway underscores the fragile nature of life and the importance of road safety. Excessive speed, wrongful overtaking, and unlicensed driving are critical issues in Nigeria and globally. Joshua's experience serves as a tragic reminder that even the most disciplined individuals are not immune to sudden accidents. For Anthony Joshua, this incident may shape his legacy far beyond his athletic achievements. While the world remembers him for his championship victories and incredible athleticism, the personal resilience he demonstrates in the face of loss adds a profound dimension to his story. Overcoming trauma, honoring lost friends, and reflecting on life's unpredictability may influence how he approaches his career, philanthropy, and personal choices in the years ahead. The deaths of Sina Gami and Lateef Ayadil will not be forgotten. Their contributions to Joshua's success were significant, and their memory continues to inspire discussions about loyalty, friendship, and the human connections that define even the most public lives. For Joshua, this tragedy is a testament to the bonds that go beyond titles and accolades, the people who truly shape a champion's journey. In the end, the story of December 29, 2025, is one of survival, grief, and reflection. Anthony Joshua's journey continues, but the night of the crash will remain a defining moment, influencing his choices, his mindset, and the way he views life outside the ring.